Hello, glad you could make it. I'm Amy, and this is my new channel's first video. I have a second channel. We're not going to talk about that today, but come on, get ready with me. So as I get ready, putting on my makeup, I am also going to be talking about things that I'll be diving into for this channel. I am going to start with concealer, and I'll tell you why in a second. This is Pacifica Dream Lit Glow shade 9. So I already have my moisturizer on and all of that. So I just dab just a little bit under my eyes, a very little bit, even though I have very dark circles. Little bit on the corner of my nose, and just a titch for the discoloration underneath my mouth. Then I use a makeup sponge and just some water and lavender essential oil. I basically just put together myself. I spray that into the palm of my hand, roll around the makeup sponge, and then lightly dab from the inside corner out. Doesn't have to be perfect, and I'll show you why in a second. So obviously we'll be looking at makeup, but more so makeup for Crohn's, if you will, for older women. In these Crone years, things are different on our face. So diving into makeup, and specifically, I want to do some kind of fun things like look at dollar store makeup and compare it. Is it worth it? And by worth it, meaning, is it worth it to not pay more for something else that's better for your skin? Or is it a pretty good deal and not bad for your skin either? Also, I've become a little bit obsessed with watching people either put on liquid eyeliner or people who have liquid eyeliner on them. Now I'm going to come back with a makeup brush just to kind of blur the edges of the concealer. Okay, here we go. So I have a new eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I have not opened it yet. I'm going to save that for that video, and we're going to learn together how to do that liquid eyeliner. It might take a while, but I'm willing to try. I really want to learn how to do that. I don't know why. And the next thing I'm going to do on my face then, so I've got that base. Now, you notice I put the concealer on first, and I'm not using a foundation, because one of the things that I've noticed as my skin ages is that the foundation tends to just sit on top of my skin. It might look okay on my cheeks, but down here it gets very cracked and cakey. And it just starts to kind of separate and discolor, and so I don't like that. Now, I've seen some foundations that have been advertised that are like supposed to be miraculous. I might try those, but I did watch a video once where the woman said French women either wear only concealer or only foundation. They don't wear them together. And Lord knows I will do anything a French woman will do. Not sure why. So the next thing I'm going to do today is just a little bit of bronzer. And this is Essence Baby Got Bronze, and it is, I don't know if there's, look at what I have. Isn't that great? It's absolutely great. I don't have a color for this. All right. But I think it's one of their lightest bronzes, and it was a reasonable price too. I got this at Ulta. So I'm just going to do, I kind of have to look in the mirror to do it, so you'll be able to see it on this side when I do it. I don't do it deep under, I kind of go right here, just a little bit. See that? Just a little bit there. Then I grab some here, here, and here. And I do that just because got a little bit of a jowl and a fat neck starting. So that's why I do that. And then a little bit up here and a little bit up here, only because I've seen the cool kids do that. Then I'm going to take this well-seasoned makeup brush. I should probably wash this. It's got one end for bronzer, the other end for blush. I love it. This is Laura Geller. I got it through a deal. And then I'm just going to buff that out. And again on this side. Just basically trying to just kind of stay in this same area. Maybe a little bit goes up there. Some days I don't add a blush on top of the bronzer. Some days I just do the bronzer. If I'm lazy, well, if I'm lazy, I don't put any makeup on. Then I'm just going to do the same thing up here. Just blend that in. Take the brush down here. Really blend that in well. So I'm going to show you another thing that I'll be talking about is makeup hacks, or like using something for something else instead. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Instead of blush, which I also have from Essence, Baby Got Blush, I have no idea what the color of this is either. I'm not going to take out my magnifying glass and look for it yet. I will use lipstick for blush sometimes. This is Ulta in Ulta Velvet Map Lip Crayon Volcano. So I am going to, but what I'm going to do, sometimes I'll actually squiggle it on my cheek, but I've noticed that it can be much easier if you just put it on your hand first. So see, I'm just gonna color on my hand a little bit there. Then grab the other end of the makeup brush, and then my poor, this is, see that? Arthritis. Awesome. So I'm going to swirl that around. And it's just a very slight pinky color. I might need a little bit more. Yeah. So, you know, nothing glaring, nothing in your face, just a little bit of color. Yeah, there we go. That's that. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows, which is something I'll be talking about, a little bit of a deep dive, why I think eyebrows are the main attraction. And I think they can age you or youthen you. Youthen you? Make you look younger. This, I don't know. I'm almost positive it was e.l.f. And I know I need more. And I don't know what shade. But I would suggest darker than your hair. Not too dark, but I would just suggest darker than your hair. Now, if that makes you uncomfortable, then don't listen to me. Do what you want to do. So I'm going to just, oh, it's very hard to see. I need a magnifying glass for my phone. I'm going to have to turn this way a little bit. There we go. So I have some bald spots in my eyebrows. If you don't yet, yay you. And when I go to have my hair done, she actually colors my eyebrows as well, but sometimes like a few stray hairs are missed, and I just like to give them a little extra oomph. Speaking of coloring my hair, I am in the process of returning to a more natural shade, which is gray. So the last time I went, I did not fill in the regrowth here, and she packed it with a lot of blonde highlights here. Now, my hair is actually kind of frizzy right now. I typically straighten it. We'll get into straightening. We'll get into going gray. We'll get into things like that. We'll get into what Crone means, what it means to me, what it potentially could mean to you. I'm going to actually add a little bit more. I can still see. So I have another tool called Pimp My Brow. Pimp My Brow. And it's a microblading pen. So this is, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of cool. It's got like little jaggedy edges so that it's like you're drawing on lines. brows. Sometimes it comes out clumpy, sometimes it's perfect. You just never can tell. So just be aware. So I'm going to very carefully draw in some here. Sometimes I can overdo it and then I end up looking like I'm ready for my close-up. So we don't want to do that today. It's not working for me today. I'm going to let that go and we'll do a deeper dive when we talk about the eyebrows. What do I need next? I'm going to do just a very gentle shade for my lids, just a brown. And actually, here's another thing we're going to talk about is things that sort of make me not, mad. Am I going to get mad about makeup? It's just frustrating, right? So you buy this pen, and I do really like it. It's NYX Jumbo. It's an eye pencil. I don't know what color it is. Oh, but there's no twist up. And I don't think you're supposed to sharpen it. Anyways, I'm going to figure out a hack for this so that I can push this up because I know there's more in there. And it just frustrates me. So I have a little nubbin left that I'll just put right in between, right on this in between spot between where my lid actually is and my brow bone is. So it's just right there. Can barely see it. Just like that. And then I'm just going to take my finger, my pinky finger, and kind of dab it to blend it in. And that's what I'm going to do there. I have another sneak peek today for the dollar store dive that we'll be doing. I picked up Marie Claire mascara. I didn't even know Marie Claire did makeup. And we're going to see what that's like because my e.l.f. mascara, which is my favorite as far as cost and how it feels and if it's clean. So should have thought this through, eh? Okay. There we go. All right. So pretty pink package, Marie Claire. I think I got it in very black, jet black. So we shall see. Wow, that is pretty. Wrong way, Amy. There you go. You got it. Okay. I like to just twist it. I never pump a mascara because you can pump in air and then you're going to oxidize your mascara. And you just don't want to do that, even though you pull the wand out and then it's open to the air. But you catch my meaning. I don't know. Somebody told me this in the 70s, I think. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I won't be able to do it here. I'll poke my eye out. That's nice. Another thing I'm going to talk about is apps that can help you to choose which products to buy because they're rated as far as like clean ingredients. And this, unfortunately, what I did was I did not check these as I was buying my dollar store products in the store. I checked them after I got home. But I'm pleased to say that the Marie Claire mascara got a score of excellent. So clean ingredients did better than the organic vegan one that I bought. Anyways, that looks pretty good. Yes? Can you see it? I can. What I like is it's not clumpy at all. It goes on pretty nice. I don't really smell anything, which I like that as well. Yeah, this is nice. Like it. All right. A couple other things that we'll be talking about is our closets, thrift store buying, decluttering, making our own serums and toners and such, because sometimes even with that app, maybe you find a couple products where one is excellent and it costs $34 for, 4-ounce bottle. and another one is poor, and that one costs $7. And you're just like, what do I do? Not that you can't spend $34 on a spray or a serum. Heaven knows I go back and forth from $1.50 to, $25, $35, $40 for something. But I do it if I feel like it's worth it and it's not something that I can do myself. Like, I can't make my own mascara. I know there's people out there who can. However, I do think I can make my own serum and toners, and that it might cost more to start with, but in the end, you'll be able to make so many bottles of it that it will be much less expensive. So we'll go into that as well. We're going to finish up with our lips because that's what we're going to do. All right. So since I was a smoker for so many years, I no longer smoke. Yay. I have a lot of vertical lines coming off of my lips, so I have to use a lip pencil, and I have to use specific lip pencils that basically like just keep everything in there, because otherwise everything migrates out to those lines, and I don't like that at all. I'm not going to be able to do this in front of here. I'm going to have to turn this way, but I will tell you, I start at the tip, go in, go in, go out, go out. So tip, tip, and sometimes I cheat and go a little bit outside the line, mainly on my bottom lip, because I've lost volume in my bottom lip as I've aged. Probably have in my top lip as well. I just notice it more in my bottom lip. And then the bottom lip, I just go and hope for the best. And then I usually have a divot that I have to fix. I'm not sure if I have that divot in my lip, and so it naturally does that. Oh, whoops, sorry. This was NYX. It is Duck Plump, Plumping Lip Liner, and this color is Flirty Flip. Flirty Flip. And then for the lipstick or gloss, I'm using Buxom Plump Shot, and this color is Plump Peach. Buxom. So, I probably spent a little bit more on this because sometimes I listen to the folks at Ulta because they're very nice and very helpful. What I like about this one is, yeah, you get a little bit of like almost like a pepperminty feel on your lips, but not the burning sensation that you can get with some other plumping lipsticks. And yeah, I do like plumping lipsticks. I like to have my lips back to their youth. And so that's just what I like. So I feel like this is pretty good. I don't use a setting spray. I might consider that in the future. We can test them out in the future if you want to see what that's like. I also typically will be straightening my hair. I don't know if you want to see that. I just basically want to have fun. This channel is, yes, it is about getting older and having fun and still wanting to wear makeup and still wanting to dress in fun clothes and declutter our houses and our lives in order to step into our crone years free and happy. And I hope you join me. And thank you for being here. See you next time. Bye.